absolute bang out every single time, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, this is one of those maps that really just define the entirety of Black Ops 6. So starting off here, this puts us on a good note, but it seems as though the members of Tricksters, they are getting slaughtered out here right at the very beginning. Slain really showcasing their prowess on the earlier halves of this particular map here. One after the other, they are falling like flies, but Rain getting a triple kill to his name, looking for the fourth, pulls out the pistol, needs to go in for the reload, doesn't still have the chance to go in for it, but Slain, they have an early strong start to the entirety of this hardcore.
Yeah, fantastic play so far from Slain. They get the P2 spawns. That's the main thing you're looking for on this P1 on Skyline, especially in that first set of play. I mean, right at the first P1, you're looking to hit that route over towards P2. Spanky in position to try to make something happen here. JC, he's been lights out so far, and he's continuing to do so. That's a big child to find as Elixir. Will find one as a trade there still. Looking for more is Slain. Spanky gets overwhelmed on point. Rain from the side, able to find one, able to find a second onto Elixir. Looking for number 3, finds the player near Helly, looking for the 4th. Can't quite find it just yet. Gets a little bit of help from his teammates as that's the cleanup from Slain. They get on time once again as they are cruising so far. JC gonna take down Rain with a nade there. Both of the top frags for Slain in position, and they're looking to do some damage. Elixir able to find one. Mortem able to find another one there, but still not enough as time will go the way of Tricksters for now. Slain, though, still knocking on the door. Only 15 seconds left on this hard point. One last hit opportunity here for Slain before they got to give up this scrap. 10 seconds left. One last play, and Eclipse able to put that to bed as Tricksters. They'll get denied the rest of the scrap, but it's only 4 seconds. They pull now within about 20 points. They're still within shooting distance of Slain right now.
I think God's work out here pretty much right at the very beginning. The members of Trickster finally coming on back in towards this round here. But one after the other, they need to be careful of where they're heading into, because Spanky does find 2 here immediately almost. They're going to be able to find the hold. One of the players, can't really see their name, but I do believe that was Rain. Oh, yeah, but never mind then. Elixir, he's on the opposite side. He's going to be able to find out 2. Eclipse with another one after the other. The trades are going sublime on either side, and the members of Tricksters, they're able to hold down onto the point. They're not giving this one up for free, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to be able to stabilize here. At the end of the day, the members of Slain need to make their rotation over towards the next point soon enough, but the way that Tricksters have been playing, they're not going to be giving this one up anytime soon.
Yeah, main thing is Slain. We're able to get the spawns for P4. They're getting the rest of the scrap, but they've got to be really careful. It's going to be the full force of Tricksters fighting forwards. It's Mortem able to find one there as the trade did come through for the side of Slain to keep it 3-all towards this P4. But initially, points going to go to Tricksters. Not enough. Oh, terrible timing to fall off the map as the rest of your team gets wiped off the face of the earth. There's now Slain. They've got a perfect setup for this P4. They're going to look to lock it in here.
Especially with the spawn points now getting captured out as well. Just need to win a couple of these fights. The members of Trickster still need to reestablish map control again. Try to brute force their way on towards the point. The lead just slipping away one after the other. Morton's going to be able to find 2 at the bare minimum, but even then, Slain, they're still under full control. They have almost nothing to really worry about, but never mind. Trickster able to capitalize and take away anything that they could have hold on to. Good positions here over towards the side of bathroom. They need to brute force their way in, but one after the other, the members of Slain, they're still able to take the fight, but Tricksters, they're rising up to the challenge.
Yeah, tough opportunity. Trickster's not able to find the full break on that P4. Still only a 25-point lead for Slain at the end of the first rotation of Hills. As it's going to be Slain. The first one's on to this P1. Let's head to a bit of a listen in here with Slain to see just how they're trying to figure out this P1, especially getting spawns for this upcoming P2.
There's one closet Rain. Then one's close to me. Good job, me.
Is it this?
Stop me.
Stop weak and top.
P2.
And there's one bottom bed.
Yep. One top T, one top bed.
I'm T dead.
Nice.
I'm dead.
Nice. Push through. Nice. Good kills.
3.
Kills.
When you.
Watching top.
Let's get you.
I got cage.
Nice. Good kills.
I didn't know bullets on this shit.
There's
JC
JC top and one ult. One ult side.
One shot.
I've been done.
One shot.
I spawned out.
I spawned out.
Inner dead.
Everyone coming from kitchen, I think.
Mike Brown, absolute JC.
One top
We need
right.
paralyzed here. We need paralyzed here, Lizard.
Yeah, I just want catch.
I'm bottom with you.
What's wrong?
Yeah, good communication for Tricksters. That's the reason they've been able to tie this one up. They've got the P2, but they're under siege. A big opportunity. Volk continues to keep that break going, and now Tricksters, they're going to have to find a break on this P2, and soon, or this lead could start to get monumental. JC able to find one there onto Elixir, stays up as well. Untreated kills are going to be the double here for Tricksters. They've got to get more equipped to deal with these trades. Eclipse will able to find one towards the back end before getting traded down, but it just feels
What
like
a
it's
shot.
a little bit more sloppy from Tricksters. They try to find their way in, but it's Rain finding two before getting taken down by his teammate. He's spawning out back though, so he's right there to get back into the action still. Play on the side. Eclipse able to find another one there, still looking for more as Rome is in position. He'll get taken down by JC. Still an opportunity to try to clean this up from Slain. It's been a little sloppy from them so far this map. They have an opportunity in this P3 to really get a big lead.
P3 is going to be pretty important for them moving forward here, but they're still just not going to be able to break through. Look at the positions that Slane have already taken on this point. This is going to be so difficult to break unless they get the opening kill. That was perfect. Mortem's going to be able to find two. He gets away with daylight robbery almost, but the trades are just going in the favor of Slane one after the other. They need to wait for respawns, and they're going to be able to do so. As Tricksters, they're just not in position to try and fight into this one after the other. They're dropping like flies, and Tricksters, this lead that they could have made here, just being lost out one after the other. They can't make the breakthrough happen, and this point could just be over as well. 24 seconds left before the point swap does come through. Finally, the members of Trickster, they're going to be able to find out a couple here, play for the scraps at the end of the day, but it's a little bit too little too late, I do believe.
Yeah, the upside for Tricksters here is they, in the process of that play, were able to get spawns for P4, so they're set up and ready to go. Rain in position to try to make something happen. He'll get taken down, though. Awkward gunfight, and still Slain knocking on the door of 200 points. Tricksters, they got to stop him from getting to that point on this hill. You cannot afford to head back to the last rotation down by too much. Still, a play in through the back patio. They need to clear out Mortem. Awkward gunfight, but they'll take him down. Still looking for more good shots in. A Spanky will find Elixir. Still looking for more in is Tricksters. It's an awkward play as Vold gets caught on the timing. Eclipse will find that player. Is now Elixir looking to try to fight out toward that back end. Finds the first kill, looking for more. It was Mortem to find the first one, actually. It's still in towards the hill. Mortem able to get that plat control, but Vold from the reflank will find a couple. The rest is Slain on the hill falls. They will hit 200, just nearly no. They are denied, but even still, a huge 60-point lead heading into this P1. JC tried to find another one, couldn't quite get it. Volg will claim 5 seconds of scrap for his troubles as the rest of his team positioning into this P1. They want to get those P2 spawns ready to go. As still 50 points away are Slain.
Slane's just in the perfect positions, and nothing that the members of Tricksters are doing is just allowing them to get into the proper spots to try and recontest this hard point. So difficult to say the very least, especially in the opening, but Mortem with these 2 kills, maybe he finds the equalizer that his team needs to try and make this push happen, and yes, they do. I do believe that Tricksters, they finally could get the point for themselves. Morton with the multiple frags, and they are finally in control. 30 seconds for this point, and they're going to be able to rack up a lot if they're just able to hold on to it.
Yeah, top opportunity though. Spanky on the doorstep finds a
Never
big kill.
mind.
That's going to find a response from Tricksters. Tries to go around the world and flank Mortem. Is not able to get away with it. The rest of Slain, they've been stonewalled away from these P2 spawns, but they've got an okay amount of points on the P1 as a little bit of a trade-off. But even still, they lock down P2. They're going to have to find a P2 and a P3 chain to keep this map alive. Tricksters still down 60. They need a good hill here. JC and Spanky gonna find 3 in combination. It's just an absolute white fest from Slain. They get 4 dead. And the flip they needed. Now they just have to hold on. Brain able to find the first one there. Spanky able to grab another one on the side. Still Spanky grabbing a second. Make it 3 for Spanky as he rips Mortem. But still, 20 seconds to go for Slain. They got to hold on, and the spawn outs are just lethal for Tricksters. They've got to fly towards this hill. 10 seconds left. Jumping up to over Piano will find a couple of kills. More than Eclipse able to find a couple there. But Volg trades them both out, though. And he's going to get a regen off as well. It's all down to Eclipse towards that other end. He'll get taken down. And that will do it for map 1, Slain. They'll take it 250 to 160.
That was absolute slaughter when it came down to the end of it, though. Tricksters, they were basic COD, just a little bit better than your opposition. Playing for the positions here already, you can tell that the members of Tricksters, they know what to expect and they know the angles that they want to take. Map control is key, and they're already establishing it pretty quickly, especially with this exterior control coming through from JC.
Yeah, they've got a lot of control outside, but that bomb plant does go down, so the map control has to convert into kills eventually. JC able to grab that one trade after Mortem finds Spanky. Even still, an opportunity to try to make something happen. Mortem able to find another one before getting traded down. Volg able to grab 2 for himself. As now down to the 1v2 as it's down to Rome. All left to do, and that bomb down. Time is very, very low right now for Slain, though. They've got to get on this soon, and they've got to find the kills. Rome able to find that kill onto Volg still. JC's got to hunt him down, can't find the kill. And Tricksters, they'll find the first round here in S&D.
Was a big one there, Tricksters, being able to push around those corners. And especially, this is what I was saying, right? When it came down to map control, the members of Tricksters, they knew how to establish it quickly, especially in those earlier stages. They were not afraid to take these fights, and you could tell that they are in their element. And being in a situation like this is where the members of Tricksters will really start to thrive. Maybe the members of Slain, they're not really looking as good when it comes down to this attacking side, but never really know what to expect. Now, these earlier starts here, Trickster, they're looking to be in proper control, and never mind, JC already taking out the first target here. Spotted out one, the exterior control once again in the hands of the Tricksters. This time around, Spanky does find the trade here at the bare minimum, down over to a 3v3, and control yet to be established here over towards the side.
Got an opportunity to get the bomb down here for Slain. They're going to get that going. JC just around the corner, going to hold hands with a player on Tricksters. The timing, though, does not work out. Down goes Elixir. That's an opportunity. Great shot found by Mortem, but will it be enough? JC now in a 1v2. Finds the timing on the first player. Needs to get this second kill, though. That timer, again, it starts to run low. Stun checks the bomb. Knows he doesn't need to get over there just yet. Needs to find one more piece of timing just around the corner behind the wall. There's 15 seconds, one more bomb check, and that's all he needs. 7.5 to defuse. Opportunity going forward. JC stays alive. That should do it. Opportunity gone, and Tricksters won't be able to find the round. What a play from JC.
It was so smart coming out from him. He didn't even flinch when he tried to go in for that swing. I pretty much was so worried for this guy as soon as he went around that corner, but he was able to dodge out purely on the basis of movement. Beautifully done from the members of Trickster. But at the end of the day, Slain just played it way better. The positions were stronger, and JC just having that clutch gene in him didn't crack under the pressure. That is beautiful to see. Both of these teams neck and neck pretty much from the very beginning of map number 1, and still fighting tooth and nail when it comes down to map number 2.
Now, awkward situation for rest of Slain as they did get more or less destroyed in the previous round. Outside of JC and Volg are the two members standing firm for now. As meanwhile, the rest of the team finally wakes up a little bit here on S&D, and it's down to Eclipse in the 1v3. And especially without the bomb in his hands and where it's dropped, this should be a done round.
He's just outside on the extremities, maybe trying to pad his stats a little bit. That's one player now down over to a 2v1. Very much doable here if Eclipse is able to play this one smartly. But looking at Slain, I don't believe they're going to give an inch of space away to this. They're completely in the positions that they are, and they're not ready to give anything up.
Yeah. I mean, onto the 1v2. Ooh, Elixir.
What?
Or Eclipse finds another one. Timer running very, very low. As Rain has the time.
Oh, that was too close.
Close.
I think he was down to 20 HP. Wait a minute, he was down to 20 HP. He almost died there.
Now that was dangerous. As Slain will take the round, not in the fashion they were hoping for, especially with how dominant they started. but still, Slain will find the round regardless. Opportunity now to get a real lead under their belt. A one-round lead does not mean anything in S&D. While this round develops, let's head to a listen-in with Slain.
Mid door weak, dead.
You know where the last one is?
Planning, I'm planning. Nope. Planning.
Mortem. Glass.
Glass. See him.
Port.
Four.
Office.
Nice.
How are we letting him die off bomb like that?
Nah, I
Nah,
thought he
that
had
was just
open.
shitty plan. No, that was just shitty plan by me. I'm not gonna lie. That was just
His headset died.
His headset died.
Yeah, big round win again for Slain. They'll take the lead 3-1 off of a pretty uneventful round, all things considered, after what we've seen in the first couple. But I mean, if you're Slain right now, you want those low, I guess, boring rounds, because those are the ones that are going to favor you.
I mean, for Slain, you could tell from the voice comms that they're just in their element. It's just like another day in the office for them. That's exactly what you want to see. Not really breaking into any sweats just yet. Real other plans that could be noticed from them. This well-flashing playstyle members of Slain have is working wonders for them. Swings around the corner, never mind. Eclipse is going to be able to take down Vogue, and that's going to be massive for them. That's one of the players that has been a big thorn on their side. JC comes in down strong, but instead it's going to be Elixir who does find the trade. Spanky immediately shuts him down, and it's all up to Mortem to try and go in big here in this 1v2. Still a chance and an opportunity. Mortem, he's done this before, and he just needs to do it again.
Issue
Down on the
is here.
outskirts.
Bomb down is going to be really tough here for Mortem. If he had the bomb in hand, this round is almost, very, very doable. Ooh, bad timing, runs into both. Knife out, though. 31 HP, is able to get out alive. What am I watching? Top of the crate will end the round. I think Slain got a little too fancy with that one. I think they might have been looking for the knife, but even still, Tricksters can't quite convert as Rain will find that finishing kill. Slain, they take a comfortable lead in this S&D, and Tricksters, they've got to find a response here soon.
This is just God's work being done here by the members of Slain. Even though they were able to shut down Volk early on there from Eclipse's side, just couldn't really rally into the positions that they wanted to. That was a lot of early control being established by the members of Trickster, but as soon as they had that control, they just lost exterior. You cannot lose exterior control that quickly and hope to win out on a round, even if you get that opening kill. Volk now starting things up, and Xsurge being able to find two, and that was an absolute slaughterhouse coming through from the members of Trickster. They didn't stop on the gas pedal for even a second. They just bulldozed their way through.
Yeah, that is a big round to find, especially the fashion you find it. A big play from Eclipse, and he's been the player that's been so good this series for Tricksters, but the rest of the team needs to step up just that little bit. They're on the cusp, but they just need to get over that hill. Slain, still a 2-round lead, and they could put a ton of pressure on by winning this round.
Exactly see where they're going to be going on with this one. Morton. Towards the outside, again, a lot more of a tactical approach. They're not really rushing out as much, but in towards the back, they have to be careful. That's going to be Rain who gets the first kill. Bolt chimes in with another one. And that's down over to a 4v2. Never mind, Mortem being sneaky as per usual. Dropping around the exterior, knows one of the players' positions, but the slide coming in from Spanky. Beautifully done. Catches him completely off guard, and it's now up to Mortem again. He's able to find the kill, take it down over to a 1v2, so he's a chance to get this clutch for his team.
We've seen Mortem in these positions before. It's gotten close, but he hasn't quite pulled one off just yet. Now an opportunity, and one that almost needs to come through. Again, 5-2 against a team like Slain is not something you want to see if you're a Tricksters fan, especially when it means that you're going down 0-2 in the series. If this map doesn't go your way, they will be given the bomb for free. Not sure if Slain knew exactly where it was dropped, heading in towards this A side. And they're just waiting for that notification that the bombs have been planted, and they're going to fly. In they go. They catch the timing, and that is just pure game sense from Slane. That's what they needed, and that's what they found. 5-2 in the lead now. They got map point on their side.
Just beautifully done from them as well. One jumping across, just baiting out the shots. Let's just say that Trickster went in for a fake plant there. Slane, they just sent one person flying while the other came out slowly, clearing out all the other positions. This was beautifully played out 2v1 by the members of Slane. Tricksters, they're left scratching their heads. One more round to separate both of these teams from a defeat here. Slane being able to go 2-0 up in this BO5 series. It's going to be a massive headache for the members of Trickster moving on to the next following map.
One round to still guaranteed show what you've got for Tricksters here. They're down to the 3v3. Slane looking to try to make their way in to get a bomb plant down. Great shot from Mortem, and a team kill at a bad time. Will not leave Rain after that kill into 1v2. Elixir and Mortem, the last two up. And they will find the kill. The team kill, not what you want to see for the side of Slane. As Tricksters, they've got that 9... Apologies, I almost said 9-3 curse on their side. I'm back to Valorant head. 5-3 curse on their side, ready to go. And they only needed 3 rounds in a row to send us to a map 3 tied up at 1.
The way that the tactics have been playing out, I wouldn't be surprised if these teams actually did play Valorant quite a lot. But here in COD, it's all about making sure you find those trades out as quickly as you possibly can. Especially when it came down to that last point. If Rain was able to wrap around that exterior, the members of Trickster would be completely in the dark. There was a good chance Rain could have been able to clutch that round out. Instant forward the run out. The positions are good coming out from them. They need to get this swing out quickly though, because for the members of Slane, they're already in full isolated control. The shots are perfect though, coming in from the opposite side, but Vogue gets his kneecaps completely taken out. Mortem being that final raid boss that they need to kill on the side of Trickster, and one after the other, the members of Slane, they're dropping like flies. The chance of a comeback is present, and the curse that you were talking about, the 5-2, is very much a possibility.
AC has a good spot. The timing is not his, though. Teammate needs to find these kills, but Mortem finds the timing, and Tricksters now only 1 round back. We see double-digit round numbers, and that's when you know that it's time to do or die. 1 attack round, 1 defense round left for sure for both of these sides. Slane a chance to end it early. But Tricksters, they are right on the doorstep. They've got a great chance to make something happen here.
They go big from the side of Slane. They've been taking a little bit more of a laid-back approach in a lot of these rounds, not really showcasing the confidence that they generally do have when they go in for these earlier duels, but maybe they just want to end things off in a proper note. But even then, having confidence as players is so crucial, and you can see that Slane, they do find the instantaneous trade off onto 2 players, but look at Mortem. He's again sneaking in through the back, and this is so perfect from him. Mortem, as long as he's present and ready, he can easily set up a crossfire with his teammate. Good for the first initial shot. Mortem does fall, and now it's all up to Eclipse. Get the region going. Play it slow, play it smart. You still have 1 minute left on the clock. They're swinging around the corner. They're expecting the fight, but they can hear all of the footsteps here. Eclipse, he just play for time if he wants to, but instead, they do get the plant, and now Eclipse, he needs to be the one who rushes over towards the side to go in for this retake. This has gone from bad to worse, and Tricksters, they're at death's door.
Spotted as well. Spotting out the position and finding the shots. Slane, they'll put the icing on the cake. They'll take the series in the losers bracket, and they've got to convert here or their tournament is over.
Absolutely. The knowing Slane, they're not ready yet to give anything up just yet. You can see the forward positions being given away. Spanky and Mortem, they go in for the instantaneous trades, and the game just remains to be in the favor of no one, because the way that Tricksters have been playing, and also the members of Slane, they're always ready for these trades. Look at the simultaneous trade-ups coming through. None of them are able to get these kills for free, and multi-frags are such a difficulty. JC, though, still able to find the frag, but Mortem instantly answers back. These are the type of players that we're dealing with. But Eclipse and Mortem, they find the angles and they're able to isolate it. Eclipse with a double. And finally, we do see a specifically significant lead coming through, especially with the control point being captured out by the members of Trickster.
Yeah, they do get that first tick through, looking for more, as they will get that second easily. Third should be coming through. Rain, the only one that has any ability to say no to it, and he gets absolutely lit up as Elixir and Mortem will clean up the hill. Up 5 lives heading into B, and they already have some great positionings. They need to get control up to Art soon if they want to get all the way there, though, as they're looking on this first tick. Mortem gets a great angle looking for more. It's Eclipse finding them both. This looks like a completely different Tricksters team as they've been shot out of a cannon here in map 3. And onto the B we go once again. First tick on the board. Already 4 ticks on the round is more than you would even expect in this situation, but they're up 6 lives and they're going to look to convert. Spanky will find that first one there. They need to clear out this player top Art, and they haven't been able to do so just yet. Mortem in through bottom Art will get taken down by Volg. So that's a big piece of positioning now in the favor of Slain. They just need to find the kills on the hill. Quick swap over to the AR will not be necessary as Rain picks up that one still. Already 2 ticks found for the side of Tricksters, and they're up 5 lives right now, looking to make it more, make it 6, and onto the hill they go. They want to win on ticks here. They want to get 6 on the board as they continue to fly. As a huge opportunity presents itself. Rain in position, only a 4-life lead is Slain, pulling their way back into this. Volg trying to hit a route. Elixir just waiting for him. Will find that kill still. On the outside looking at his Tricksters, but they've got the lives to back it.
Situation is not going to be looking that good for them overall here. You can see that Rain trying to hold down from a different angle. These positions are just so difficult to break into. The members of Slain whittling down the lead that the members of Trickster had down over to a crawl. They need a reset. They need something to play for. Look at the 2v1s already being taken on the top side here. Spanky's going to be able to find a big one here. Eclipse over towards the corner. Trade needs to be immaculate here, but instead it's going to be Eclipse who finds 2. This is going down to the wire. The shots need to connect here. Rain's not going to be able to get the kill, and this is going to be a little bit messy. They need to find these frags, so there's only 2 lives left. They can't risk this. Swings around the corner. It's all up to Volk to try and survive and go in for the frags here. 4 more players all surrounding him, and there is no way that he will survive. Tricksters, they get this round for themselves. A little bit dicey, but at the end, they were able to find it all.
A huge offensive round win from Tricksters. They set the tempo in a big way. That offense side so difficult on Volt. They make it look not quite easy, but they make it look doable, which is saying something by itself. So Tricksters, they get the round win. Now they're going to force Slain at some point in this map to do the same. They have to win on offense at some point, especially with 5 ticks on the board. It's almost certain that in a round 5, they're going to have that tick advantage. They're going to have that side select. So an opportunity for Slain to punch back. They're going to want to do it now. They do not want to let this momentum go too far in the favor of Tricksters, as an early team kill will give Slain an advantage on the hill in numbers, but they get ripped off by Volk and Rain. Elixir tried immediately to go for the spawn trap. He gets ripped out immediately as well. So Slain, they're still in position on this A side. They're going to be able to get that first take easily, looking for more.
God's work out here already. Both teams are neck and neck once again. Starting off on these earlier rounds, you can tell that the members of Tricksters, they are looking to be in a little bit more on the cleaner side, but Spanky tries to go around the corner. He's not going to be able to find out much, though. Gets instantly traded out, though, on the back foot of this. Rain still holding down strong. JC with another big frag of his own, and the members of Slain, they're able to equalize things out. Back in towards the lead, just a 1 life lead, but at the end of the day, Morden just swings out and slides in out of the corner. He's able to find those multi-frags that they need, but they need more here to make this one work. The members of Slain, they have full control almost onto the last tick here for this first control point. Gonna be the one to get it, though. The members of Tricksters, they need to rally up because they've been giving away a lot of these gunfights one after the next. They still have not been able to go in for the hold that they want to. Last player already spotted. JC, though, perfect shot on the head glitch. He's still able to live, and he's going to be going in for an instant rotation. Lively, not really in their favor, but look at the amount of control that the members of Slain are able to establish. As long as they're able to whittle down the clock, that's all that they need to do.
That's tough, though. Still 3 ticks needed towards this B side. One of the hardest control points to get in the whole game as the offensive side. And Tricksters, they're showing us why. So many angles as Mortem makes them pay a 4 dead for Tricksters at a great time. B Street fully under their control, and they're going to get that spawn trap going. They've got an opportunity here. Good kill from Rome to get us going. Mortem and Elixir combining for 4. An opportunity taken right out of the hands of Slain. This one is going to go the way of Tricksters. 3 lives left, and they're stuck in spawn. It would be an absolute miracle if Slain pull this one off, but Bull will fall down to Spanky and Rain, the last 2 up. And their positions already spotted out, already noted, already known as Elixir. Will grab another one. There's the last of the round. Tricksters, they'll take a 2-0 lead in the control. A great textbook defense round out of them.
This is a beautiful game being done by them as well. Speculation was right when it comes down to the side of control. The members of Trickster just really showcasing how the map control really will help out a team being able to take this game mode for themselves. You can tell that Tricksters, they look to be in a lot more... They're pretty much in their own element, while for the members of Slain, they're just looking a little bit lost in a lot of these fights. You can tell they're not really their usual selves. And in a lot of ways, they expect this map maybe to not go in their favor. Playing for the next S&D possibly could be the case, but with Mortem overheating a little bit there with a jump out, he does get shut down here. And finally, the members of Slain are able to capitalize, shut down the frags, being able to get this early capture for themselves. Slain, they're looking to cause a lot of problems and try to bleed out these lives as quickly as they possibly can from the members of Trickster.
Yeah, this round is looking much better for the side of Slain compared to their first attempt at defense. I mean, you expect the life lead to be in favor of the defending side for most of Vault, honestly, and most control maps, but especially early on. I mean, a good response there with 3 dead, 4 dead for Tricksters. They're going to get in towards this A side just a little bit. Look, number 44 on your minimap, Mortem. Looking to hit that long route through B Street, trying to make something happen on B. That's the true decision maker in this series, is how much can they get going towards this B side as Spanky. Top Art still trying to make something happen. Still getting some progress. Spanky, though, will not be ripped off that angle that easily, because that'll be still only a 1 life lead all of a sudden for Slain. They got a great response for the side of Tricksters, as that'll be the A site falling. Mortem will clean up the last one. As a 3 streak now for Elixir to keep things rolling for the side of Tricksters. They've got to get art control, and they have it. Look at Eclipse on your minimap. He's going to get at least some great opportunities here. But look at Slain. They know it. They're going together. They have this time. Look at number 7. They're giving them so much time to work off of. Rain still staying alive in the back end. Gets a kill before getting traded down. A huge play from him to give his team time to reclaim that art control. And now, with the lives dwindling, Tricksters, this round gets so much harder.
Volk, he's actually going to be able to get away with murder there. Being able to find 1 more frag is going to be big for his entire team. Lead still in their favor. Volk does find another one, but Mortem, he instantly answers back in kind. One after the other, they're able to get this hold out. Again, they need to go in towards the point soon enough. Mortem, again, that raid boss that we all have to worry about. Pretty much the biggest thorn on their side has to be Mortem. Be able to sneak in through a lot of these flanks. Looking at the positions here already, you can see that number 2 on the minimap already trying to go in for the rotation, but immediately gets caught out by Spanky, I do believe, in towards the back. This is beautifully done coming out from the members of Slain. 3 lives remaining. Still a chance and an opportunity. 27 seconds left on the clock to try and get onto the point. The members of Slain, they are the ones that have the advantage, so they don't have to do much here.
Yeah, it's just going to be an absolute funnel in and a takedown here. Tricksters 2 left. And, I mean, almost a full B to go. They will not get far. Tricksters, they get shut down, but this is where things start to change. Slain, they're going to have to win this offense round. And depending on how they do it, they might have to win a second. I mean, if they get 5 to 6 ticks on this round, I do believe they win the tick advantage. So they'll have the defense for round 5. This upcoming round is going to decide so much about the rest of this series. I mean, obviously, this could end the series on map 3 for Tricksters, and an opportunity to send us to another vault instead on hardpoint with another chance to prove what they've got.
Let's see where this is gonna go for this particular team. So Tricksters, this next game mode's not gonna be that easy for them, especially on hardpoint, knowing how Slane loves to play. But once again, it seems as though Slane, they're not yet ready to give up on this particular map. They're still fighting for it. Early on the round, these JC is gonna be able to find one more. Instantly gets traded out though from Mortem, but Rain, present and ready, doesn't want to allow his teammate to get shut down as quickly as possible. They have full control here over towards A. They're able to establish it, and with the ticks now going through, the prediction might just come through here, Graf.
Still, this is the easy part for Slane. You've got to eventually find a way to beat that B side. Look at the great flank from Mortem, though. Gets a good stagger onto the progress towards this A side. Bolg trying to stay alive, trying to do his best, but Mortem and Elixir will find those two still. On the outside looking in is Slane. They have no life advantage any longer as that dips immediately down. It's still a full B to go. 2 ticks on A will make that a little bit easier, but still an opportunity to drain lives to the side of Tricksters. But look at Slane. They're going to try to pump fake in towards this B side. They get a couple players going A, and now they have an opportunity. First tick found, second tick on the way. Big shot from JC. Can't get number 3, though, as Eclipse still out towards the car will get taken down. They finally get in position here for Tricksters. 2 ticks too late, but they're here in time to stop the full capture. Now back to A. Go Slane, and they're going to look to try to finish this up. Look at the manipulation on the map. They're trying to keep this through. Elixir wins a huge 1v1, but it's not enough as he gets traded down, and the A will follow. Almost complete on the B as well. They sneak it in the back end.
No way!
Slane. What is that? A spawn out at a bad time. They force it and they take advantage. Slane. That is a attack round on Vault like I haven't seen in a while.
Oh, the masterclass and a half. They utilized pretty much 100% of the raid for that one. Being able to isolate out multiple different targets, force the aggro from the side of Tricksters over towards B, and instantly send one person who was respawning, mind you, in towards the A side to go in for that capture, and he was able to get into a proper position, so he was able to defend against the one player from Tricksters who had the respawn close enough to try and contest towards A. This was beautiful, to say the very least. Members of Tricksters, they probably just didn't have the comms going and flowing for their side. They were expecting, oh, they're just going on towards B, we'll just kill them. But no, that's not really the case. And now that Slane, they have the momentum under their belt. They just need to fight this forward. But Eclipse, he's not letting this one build up as quickly as you would have hoped for. Bolg comes in strong once again. And once more, the members of Slane, they're at a very significant advantage already when it comes down to the overall positioning.
Yeah, the biggest advantage is that they get this defense side. That is a huge piece, especially after dropping 5 ticks and a round in the first round. I mean, up 3 lives, they are the ones expected to take this one home from this position. They just have to convert from here. Like, they're able to grab a good trade there onto JC low. Mortem gets a great kill onto Rain. That's an opportunity to try to push forwards here. If you're Tricksters, look at number 3 on your minimap, Eclipse. He's got top art. He's got to keep it, though. Look at Bolg. He's trying to make something happen. Has to find this kill. The rest of the team, do they realize this hill? It's falling. They've got to get their way over here, and they do. Saving the tick as well. Rome in position, trying to make something happen, but JC rips him off. That's an opportunity wasted as Rain and Spanky, they continue to fry. Now up 8 lives in the spawn trap warring. An opportunity for Slane to shut this one down quick. Number 2 on your minimap does leak through the spawn trap, but I don't even think Slane care right now. They're more than happy to just bleed lives from here. Ticks are irrelevant. Once he touches B, though, you got to start thinking twice. That's the place you got to try to hold onto with all your might if you're Slane right now. Tricksters, I don't even hate the play to bum rush B from this position as their A players get absolutely eviscerated. And JC with the car bomb finds one. Mortem, the last chance here for Tricksters. He's got to stay up here towards Art. He needs help, though. He has to touch. They get onto the A side to freeze the timer, but it's not enough as they get ripped off B. So many lives down. They've got to play almost perfect from here. Spanky won a chow. That is 3 seconds left, and there's just not enough time. Slane, it looked close, but they'll take it.